Hello friends, if you are thinking of buying a smartwatch, then today I'm going to give you some important tips to keep in mind while choosing one. Because let's be honest, for majority of the folks out there, price is a deal breaker. But today I'm going to guide you so that you can look out for certain specific functionalities you personally require. With that in mind, let's get right into the video.
You need to figure out why do you want a smartwatch for? Because years back we were doing just fine with our smartphones. And when companies started the smartwatch trend, there were two main reasons that they pitched these products to you. First is that your smartwatch is going to be an extension of your phone. So you need not take your phones out of your pockets or bags and instead use these watches to take care of certain stuff. And second is fitness aspects, where you can strap on a smartwatch and monitor and make your life more active. Imagine strapping a phone to your body to do that. That's just weird, and here is where the form factor and intelligence of a smartwatch comes handy. These are the two primary reasons on which most of the popular smartwatches are sold. And of course, the design aspect of it, the availability of color options, dials materials, displays, straps. Because people want various color options, variety, and something that does not look like a piece of super geeky stuff strapped to your wrists. Now let me tell you, as on today, right off the bat, Apple and Samsung makes the best smartwatches in the world. That does all of the above really well. They are reliable, accurate, has good build quality, but at the same time they also come at a higher price that many people may not be comfortable putting their money on. So that's why, my friend, based on your budget, certain smartwatches may deliver certain features much better than the others. And probably that's all you need. So I want you to ask yourself, if it's a phone extension part that really interests you, then these are the features you need to look out for. First is the display quality of your watch, because your screen is your window to the whole watch experience. So check first, depending on whichever option that you choose, color, non-color, LCD, OLED, e-paper, check how bright it can get when you are outside in direct sunlight and whether you can read the content. Look for those reviews. That is the litmus test. It needs to be able to display content properly even in bright sunlight. Part of the phone extension is the notification functionality. Certain watches give you the option of replying to your notifications, whereas certain watches will simply just display them. You can see on your watch, but you can't really do anything. These are just to let you know what's in, and if you want to respond to that, you have to take out your phone anyway. So check if the smartwatch supports that when combined with your smartphone. Third is to check if notifications come through for all your important applications. Certain watches may allow SMS or WhatsApp notifications, but not from your Gmail or Instagram or Facebook. So if those are important to you, then check if those watches can support the phone that you have. That's the important part. It has to work properly with your smartphone. Now I keep saying check if the smartwatch and your phone combination supports it. The reason is that your smartwatches are paired to your phones either via a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and it needs this connection to be intact for the watch to get the exact same notifications at the exact same time as your phone receives. But if you are interested in really having the freedom of using just your watch for all general purposes such as taking calls, listening to music, replying to notifications, yada yada, then you have to go for the cellular or the LTE version, which uses something called as an electronic SIM, eSIM. The downside to this is that the cost gets higher both in terms of the watch price as well as the additional monthly bills for the eSIM that you have to set up. So you need to decide how important total independence from your phone is to you and choose accordingly. Next thing to check is the battery life. Well, it's very easier, the higher the better. The only thing here you need to ensure is that don't go by the numbers that the company claims. Check out the reviews as much as possible and try to see how much battery does it actually consume after using most of the features it has to offer. The reason I'm saying this is because the figures that the company claims are based on certain generic parameters. The actual usage would definitely vary person to person depending on how extensively one uses the watch. Using something like a GPS or an LTE on the watch can drain the battery faster as compared to leaving it paired with your phone. Now let's look at the fitness aspects of a smartwatch. Figure out whether your smartwatch covers all the exercises and health monitors that you actually care about, and more importantly, verify how accurate and reliable they are. Not all smartwatches provide accurate numbers, and that can be very misleading and dangerous. So please be mindful of that before purchasing one. This is a tip I would recommend to you guys if you're the kind of a person who primarily wants to buy a smartwatch for fitness reasons, probably to jumpstart an active life, or you have been going on and off your fitness schedules, and owning a smartwatch gives you that motivation to move your butt off the chair. Then, just as a backup, try to see if there are any additional fitness features that can still help you even if you are unable to work out for a certain period of time, like a ECG monitoring or a sleep tracking or any kind of health monitor. You get the drift. What it does is, even if you are doing nothing with it, it will still be able to add some value to your life and you will still be in love with your watch. Last but not the least is overall performance. Ensure that the watches are not very laggy in terms of responsiveness, else you will lose the fun in using one on a day-to-day basis. Do check out for those reviews and if possible play with one yourself before buying. So my friends, use these pointers to decide which features are you mostly inclined towards, and if you can satisfactorily answer all the above questions and have found the perfect smartwatch for you, only then go ahead and buy it. If not, I highly recommend waiting, because smartwatch industry is forever evolving and improving, and the smartwatch that's perfect for you is just right around the corner. That's it friends. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to my channel. It's a relatively new channel, and if you're looking for similar tips and tricks, check out my tips for buying a smartphone in 2020 video. I'll paste them in the description box below. If you want any video in particular, drop a comment in the comment section and I'll work on that. Until then, thank you and goodbye.